Namaskar friends, welcome back to Astrology with Ninad. In this video, I am going to discuss the monthly horoscope prediction for Feb 2025 for my Aquarius Kumbha Rashi friends. I will advise to watch prediction from both your ascendant and moon sign, as over a period of time you will know exactly which sign prediction you resonate most with. I will be discussing several major life areas such as career, health, finance, travel, education, and much more. Before I get to the prediction part, let me take a few minutes to show you the planetary alignment and transit for the month of Feb. Starting with Saturn, your ascendant lord will be placed in the first house itself in its own Mool Trikon Aquarius. Sun and Mercury for the first couple of weeks will be placed in your 12th house in the sign of Capricorn. But in the last 2 weeks, they will both be conjunct in your ascendant itself in the sign of Aquarius along with Saturn. Speaking of Rahu Ketu, Rahu being the north node of the moon will be in your second house in the sign of Pisces along with Venus, which will be in exaltation, whereas Ketu, the south node, will be in your 8th house in the sign of Virgo. Jupiter will be in your 4th house in the sign of Taurus. Mars will be in your 5th house in the sign of Gemini. Finally, Moon, the fastest moving planet, will keep changing houses and signs throughout the month as it is known to traverse through the constellation every 2 to 3 days. So now let's discuss the major areas of life starting with the career. In terms of job and profession, you are going to see major relief this month. Finally, after almost couple of years, Saturn's malefic impact on your career house will start to reduce drastically from basically Feb 12 onwards. And especially in the last week of this month, you can see some really good career related changes. Because Saturn will become combust, so its effect on the 10th house will almost become negligible. You have Jupiter's direct impact on your 10th house, it being the ruler of the 11th house of gains and benefits from your career area, as well as your 10th lord being fairly well placed in the 5th house, which is a trine house. It is a Trikon Bhava. So naturally, overall, the combinations and alignments are looking to be progressive and growth oriented as the month keeps moving forward. So use it to your advantage. If you don't have a job, this is a good month to put in all your effort, hard work to keep applying and giving lots of interviews, because there is a decent chance you could land a new job with a good salary and benefits package in the second half of the month. If I talk about the business area, then also that is going to see a lot of relief. Saturn's direct impact on your 7th, on your 10th means slowly as it becomes combust, the pressure will be relieved. So the intense malefic impacts will not be there anymore, which will naturally help to create more prosperity, will give you that kind of acceleration that is needed for your business activities, because your business lord's sun will also impact its own house in the last couple of weeks. So increased revenues, profits, decreased expenses, better collaborations, better business deals, better strategic business implementations can be in the foreseeable future. So better time and a good time for business is indicated moving forward. If I talk about finance, overall the financial area is also now looking quite good, because your both your wealth lord and your house, the lord of your house of gains, are looking to be placed very well transit wise. Venus will be exalted in your second house itself along with the amplifier Rahu, and both being very good planets for your sign. Rashi Parivartan Yog being created between Venus and Jupiter. So inflow of money is definitely seen, but make sure you do your investments wisely. How you handle your finances, be very prudent with that, because finally Rahu is a planet of deception and illusion. So avoid major risky speculative investments, or there could be financial loss because the moon sign people are still under the impact of Sadesati. So play your cards right and be very careful with your money. But overall, from a general standpoint, the finances area is looking solid. If I talk about health, overall health aspect is looking to be good, especially in the first 2 weeks. In the last 2 weeks, you will need to maintain a bit more caution as your ascendant lord will go under combustion. So do take good care of your health. Stay hydrated, drink plenty of water, you know, maintain a good healthy diet, exercise, moderate exercise, or even taking walks, spending time in nature, yoga, meditation, pranayama will be very beneficial. If I talk about love life, then overall the time is not that ideal for love life area for single people, especially because Mars is going to be placed in the fifth. And as you know Mars in the sign of Gemini is not usually a good placement because it is a strong enemy sign. But still, if you are running a very good Mahadasha, Antardasha, then the last 2 weeks of this month can be good to potentially, connect with some compatible people. In terms of those couples already in a relationship, be very careful in your communication, the way you interact with your partner, because the fire element will be quite high. And as we know, wind, the air element, is going to spread fire. So you have to be very careful with your overall communication in your relationship. If you're not, it could potentially damage it, and even, you know, you might have to separate from your partner because that is the planetary alignment, especially in the first 2 weeks. You have to maintain more caution. If I talk about the marriage area, the first 2 weeks are not looking good at all for marriage. So try not to get married in the first 2 weeks. But slowly, in the last 2 weeks, things will improve to a great extent. And especially the final week of Feb can be quite a good time for getting married for those people who have been desiring it for a long time. Of course, make sure to verify your natal chart, Mahadasha, Antardasha also support the same. Those married couples who have been experiencing a lot of disharmony, a lot of marital problems, will now see a change as the month progresses, and especially the second half can bring a lot of relief, respite, and solace in the married life moving forward. So, good news for my Aquarius friends, the married life area is now going to take a turn for the better. In terms of children and progeny area, for those women looking to conceive, the first 2 weeks are definitely not good at all. The last 2 weeks can provide some improvement, but still, it is not that powerfully activated. So, you might have to still be a bit more patient. In terms of those people having children, you have to be very careful in your relationship with them this month. If you are not, especially in the first 2 weeks, there can be a lot of major disruption, a lot of arguments, fights, and quarrels. So be watchful of your temper and be very careful and cautious in the way you interact with your children. If I talk about education, in terms of those students pursuing primary education, the time is looking quite good throughout the month. As long as you're willing to put in the hard work and effort, you will do great. In terms of those students pursuing higher education, like master's PhD program, the time is also looking quite beneficial as long as you're not going to be, tempted by distractions, right? And you're going to be very much focused on your studies, and you're going to prioritize everything what is really important at this point in your life, you will perform very well. Finally, travel. In terms of short distance travel journey, the first 2 weeks are not looking that good. So if you can avoid doing that too much, it will be better for you. The last 2 weeks will be much better. In terms of long distance travel journey vacation, the time is looking good throughout the month. So you can certainly think of embarking on the same if that is so what you desire. I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Aquarius Kumbha Rashi friends. Overall, it is going to be mostly a good and positive month for you. I hope you make the most of it, and I wish you all the best. Thanks for watching.